Jessica.
She's horrible.
She's a sociopath.
She's trash.
She's, believe it or not, she's worse in later books.
What?
Yeah. Hello, listeners, and welcome back to Generation In Between, a Xennial podcast. We're right in the middle of our Xennial Girl Summer, and today we are talking about the third of 4 books that we're reading this summer of 2026, Sweet Valley High's debut novel, Double Love.
Yeah.
And I'm Katie.
And I'm Danny. And if you're new here, hello. Welcome to our podcast where we remember, revisit, and sometimes relearn and reread all kinds of things from the 80s and 90s. So welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you've been with us for a bit.
Yes. And so this summer, we picked 4 books and 4 movies to either rewatch or reread. Sometimes we re-listen to books, although there was not an audiobook to be found for this one.
Imagine that.
Does not exist.
Literary classic.
Yes.
Can't find it.
I don't even think they print these anymore. Danny found one on Thrift Books. Yeah?
Yeah, I think they do print them, but they're like updated. So I don't know if it was the same story.
Okay. So the one we have is the OG thrifted from, I was going to see if it's from 83. Yeah, 1983.
Yeah, it's AG.
So
AG.
the real one.
OG.
AG.
Let me tell y'all what. Perimenopause brain fog is for real. My hormones are doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and we won't go into details of that.
No.
But everything they tell you is true.
It's true. Believe them.
and also, this nonsense saying perimenopause can last 10 years. Why are women so fucking cursed and men just get to walk around and be ugly and like...
and nobody cares.
And nobody cares.
Ugly and old.
Their face just gets to be out all the time. They never cover it. They never get laser. Anyway.
They don't wear makeup?
Okay, well, that's all not... Some do. Some do care.
Some do.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't say everyone. I'm saying it's not expected for them to do it.
Correct.
All right.
Well, guess what? I have some good news. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We passed 100 subscribers on YouTube.
I saw that this morning.
102. Look at that.
That's called growth, everyone.
That is called growth. Yes. Years ago when I was helping a different company with some marketing, and so this was years ago, might not still be true. They had said when you get to 150 subscribers, that's like a benchmark for YouTube.
I'm pretty sure.
Point, they feature your stuff more often in feeds and things like that.
Okay, well, guess how long it took us to get to 102?
Well, we've been doing it, the YouTube part, a year and a half? A year and a half. But every time someone likes or subscribes, there's a better chance someone sees that.
Well, listen, and honestly, we got a lot more follows after all those people were jerks, so...
Yeah.
Speaking of, before we get going on this book, I had there was the funniest comment. So our episode last week was about Harry and the Hendersons, the 80s movie. And so one of our socials clips, did I take a picture of it? I think I did.
You took a screenshot.
I know, but because I said that doesn't necessarily mean it actually happened or I wanted to do it. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
So, I did. So one of our clips this week was just about it's just basic stuff about the movie because those get us a lot of watches too. Whenever I have pictures with old movies, that gets a lot of views other than if it's just us two being silly shenanigans.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was just the clip about the guy who played Harry and some facts about him. And and it said, oh, here's some of his other Xennial film credits. Somebody commented and it said, Xennial, it's not a real thing, bubblehead.
Oh, I love it.
Like, who?
Bubblehead?
Bubblehead. I was like, okay, first of all, that's hilarious. I don't think I've ever been called anything funnier in my life. But like, who just sees something come across the things people say on there, see something come across their feed and be like, oh, I need to let them know that word's not real and I'm going to insult them. What can I call them?
Do you think they were trying to say bobblehead?
I don't know.
Because that's a thing.
Well, because
maybe we've got like big heads in the video. And we look like bobblehead? Or
I don't know.
Hey, listeners, if bubblehead is an insult we've never heard, maybe it's a young person.
Well, do you know what they're because then whenever people say like trolly things, I like to go to their profile and see. And usually they're huge douchebags, and this also was one. Do y'all remember? I can't remember the name of it, but on In Living Color, did you ever watch that show?
Yeah.
This is such a problematic skit. There was a skit that one of the Wayans brothers starred in, and he was like a superhero, but he was like, I don't remember what they called him, but it was something very offensive. He was like mentally challenged.
Oh.
Do you remember this? And that was his profile picture.
That was this person who called us a bubble that maybe meant bobblehead?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I feel okay.
And then I saw that picture and I went, oh shit, I forgot about that skit. Like, so problematic. I'll look it up when we're done and show you, and you're going to be like, oh my God, that's literally awful.
Yeah. No, thank you.
I'm sure they regret that now.
Well, I can sleep at night knowing that person thinks we made up or are using a made up word. Not that we made it up, but it's fine.
I don't care.
Okay, so
let's jump in.
I know we're going to talk more in depth, but what did you think of the reread of Double Love, Sweet Valley High?
All right. If we would like to know why so many girls have so many girls of our age have issues with their appearance, this book is a prime number one example.
Yes. And there's like 181 more.
Crazy.
Series.
Yeah.
So this book times that many.
I mean, it was full of, and now listen, whenever we reread stuff or rewatch stuff, we talk about this. Was problematic when it was written, y'all. Like this is like
right.
This is not. I mean, there is so much. I mean, there's classist stuff in there. There's like patriarchal, Eurocentric beauty standards shoved down your throat every fucking page.
Yeah.
There's all kind of like diet culture, body problem things. What am I missing?
There's like dating, not violence, but like the one guy who is basically trying to assault.
Right. Which that was supposed to be a problem.
It was.
I mean, that was supposed to be a problem. It wasn't.
But the idea of like getting ready and like just like going, not telling anyone where you're going and meeting up with this guy, which again was supposed to be a problem.
Right.
But, yeah.
Like that to me was like what that to me honestly was the least problematic part of the book, because I was like, well, that really does happen. True. And that to me was a little more realistic than all the rest of it.
Right.
And also, we'll talk more about it after we do the research. Elizabeth or Jessica? Who's the one that lies all the time?
Jessica.
She's fucking horrible.
She's a sociopath.
She's fucking trash.
She's, believe it or not, she's worse in later books.
What?
Yeah.
All she'd be doing is lying. And she's a narcissist.
Yes.
Why am I holding my hand like this? I don't know.
Very upset.
It's very
spicy. I like it.
Dinosaur. Anyway, I don't know why I'm doing that.
Yes. So yes, lots of problems with this book, which we'll get more into some of like the specifics of that as we go. So let's find out the why of this book. What's happening here?
Let's please.
All right. So Double Love is the 1983 iconic debut of the Sweet Valley High series. This is book one, created by Francine Pascal. Identical twins, Elizabeth and Jessica Wakefield, clash over the same boy. While kind Elizabeth falls for the new basketball star Todd Wilkins, her manipulative sister Jessica sets her sights on him too, kicking off a bitter competition. Well, that was the other thing, and other criticism I read, which I went on Reddit, of course, so I'll let you know.
Oh, boy.
Reddit later.
Reddit rabbit trail.
Stick around for that. It pits women against each other a lot.
Yeah.
Like left and right. It is supposed to be a soap opera for teens. So there's that. But it really makes women in competition the whole time. Yeah. Even like Enid's like friendship. Like there's moments
I know
kind of crazy. And like the twins themselves pitted against each other. So there's that. Okay. So in the Sweet Valley High series, there's a whole franchise, right? Sweet Valley Twins is prequels.
Oh, right. When they were
later,
younger.
Even though they were younger. There's Sweet Valley University, which was written later. And then there was one more called Sweet Valley. I have it later. It's like Sweet Valley Legacy or something like that. That was written way later, like in the 2000s, that people hate. Which we'll get to.
People hate.
Well, so Pascal wrote the first 7 books, and that was it. She hired ghostwriters.
Oh, I think, have we talked about this before?
Not her, but it happened with somebody else.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember who it was. It was not anyone. It was someone else. Oh, Danielle Steel.
Oh, okay. That's
Danielle Steel.
Okay.
That's how they crank out so many. So essentially, she would give like the outline and the direction and this team of writers. So they're never named in any of the books. They are credited under a collective pseudonym, Kate Williams. So the whole franchise, the Sweet Valley franchise, has sold over 200 million copies worldwide.
Whoa.
Yeah. There's 181 books in the main Sweet Valley High series, which is 143 original paperbacks, 39 special editions. So there's super editions, thrillers, and a Magna edition.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. If you include the various spin-off series, so the ones I mentioned, Sweet Valley Twins, Sweet Valley Junior High. Oh, I forgot about that. Sweet Valley Junior High, Sweet Valley University. There's over 600 books.
That's craziness.
Following their life.
I do not care about reading any more of them.
Yeah, there's so many. So,
I think my sister had all of these, the Sweet Valley High ones.
Yeah. I had a bunch of them too.
She had them all.
Sweet Valley Twins. Okay, so Francine Pascal, she was born Francine Paula Rubin on May 13th, 1932 in Manhattan, New York. She was raised in Queens, and she was the daughter of Kate. Oh, I just figured something out. Her mom's name is Kate, and her dad's name is William.
Oh.
And the pseudonym's Kate Williams.
She's surprised by her research again.
Here I am again. I just remember thinking, oh, Kate, that's also...
like, oh, I just figured this out, even though I'm the one who typed this and looked it up.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at them next to each other now. So her mom was a homemaker. Her dad was an auctioneer.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's from Jewish background. She studied journalism at New York University. So she's a journalist.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And she began her career writing for magazines that included Cosmopolitan, Ladies' Home Journal, Modern Screen, and True Confessions.
Ooh.
That sounds amazing. So in 1958, she married Jerome Offenberg, but they actually divorced in 1963. They didn't have any kids yet. And then in 1964, she married John Pascal, and they were married till he died in 1981. So he actually died before any of this happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They were both writers, and they were hired for the soap opera The Young Marrieds.
That is a great name.
I love that. All the drama,
Young Marrieds.
The newlyweds, essentially. But the show, like the whole team of the show, got moved from New York to L.A. to like produce the show there, and they decided not to go.
Oh.
So they stayed in New York. They wrote a Broadway musical.
What?
Yep. Called George M.
Okay.
And then she wrote her first novel in 1977. It was called Hanging Out with Cece. Yeah. And it was turned into an ABC after-school special in the 80s called My Mother Was Never a Kid. Very traumatic.
That sounds very
like childhood teen trauma based.
After-school special material.
Definitely. So around that time, she really wanted to get back into writing for a soap opera, but she really couldn't come up with like an original idea. She couldn't get on the writing staff anywhere. So a friend of hers who worked in publishing gave her an idea to do a book series.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, why don't you make it for teenagers? Which apparently was a great idea in Francine's mind. And she started developing a book. And this became the successful Sweet Valley High series set in the fictitious southern town of Sweet Valley. And she did write those first 7 books herself. And then the rest were ghostwriters to help expand it quickly.
Okay.
Just like get it spun out.
Capitalism, that's why.
Capitalism.
Make that money.
Okay, so the one that was in the 2000s, the final one, she actually came back and did write herself in 2011.
Okay.
It's called Sweet Valley Confidential. But people hated it for like lots of different reasons. Like this happens when you have that many books that literally other people are writing. Maybe not even that you are writing. The storylines were like didn't make sense.
Oh.
And like things were happening that like a person had like died or like something like that. So people were like, this is terrible.
Well, also, it had been a while. I mean, 2011, these came out in the early 80s. Like, things are a little different.
Also born in 1932.
Right.
Right. So, yeah.
So, okay. Do you know what? I'm sitting here. Hold for a second. Does our backdrop looks different. I think
Are we switched?
I think it's upside down.
Yeah. Oh, you look.
Because I'm like, why is there so much green? Because usually the green is. I think it's upside down. Because I think the pink is usually in your corner.
Yeah, usually I'm pink. That doesn't look bad. You look nice with the blue. And then there's me in the middle of whatever.
I don't know. I'm like, what? I'm like, everything looks weird. And it's because we had to take it down for our live event and then put it back up. And I think we just put it up upside down, which we can fix and it's fine.
Because that can go over there.
It's just throwing me. There's a fly. There's a fly that won't leave us alone. Or is that a spider?
I don't know.
We don't have good eyes, so we don't know. Don't flick it towards me.
No, I was seeing if it could fly.
Let's see. Here.
Let's find out. Are you going to sting or fly away? Which thing? Are you going to bite?
Okay, I'm sorry. That's just been bothering me, but I figured it out. I'm like, what is looking
live?
Look at that.
On air. Good
and
job.
you didn't notice? I think it's because the green. I think I remember when we hung it, we were like, we don't need to have the green so centered.
So then we changed it.
And we changed it.
Mm-hmm. That sounds right. Well, here we are. It'll probably look different next time. So
but that's okay because that
is okay.
We're gonna go with
100%. All right. So let's see here. She also wrote a couple other books. Something called the Fearless series.
I'd never heard of that.
One called Save Johanna and something called The Ruling Class, which that one sounds familiar. That might.
There's been so many books like that.
True. She had 3 children, and her daughter, Jamie Stewart Carmen, was an NBC producer, but she died in 2008. I looked up how she died, and the family never released the reason. But she was like 40 or something.
Oh.
Yes, I don't know what happened there. And then I told you her first husband died in 1981. She did write a 1994 novel called If Wishes Were Horses.
I thought it was supposed to be If Wishes Were Fishes.
Well, I guess she did a little play on words. She's a writer.
That doesn't rhyme. Because what is the phrase? If wishes were fishes.
I want to say, and this is totally wrong.
Oh, what is it?
We'd all have a Merry Christmas. But that's something else. No, it's like if ifs and buts were things, candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
What are you talking about? What? That's not real? Okay, it probably is. All right, I gotta see now.
Fishes.
If wishes, all right, you do that. Nuts and butts. What do you mean?
Ifs and buts, nuts and.
Oh, if wishes were fishes, we'd all cast nets.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's what it is. And it says it's a spinoff of the classic Scottish proverb, if wishes were horses, beggars would ride.
Look at that.
There we go. We figured out that mystery.
Oops, I accidentally hit the wrong thing.
She put nuts and butts and it's going to come up with something very different.
I know. I got to be careful. I think I have safe search on myself just to be.
Do you really?
Probably. If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
That's hilarious. I've never heard that. If ifs and buts were candy and nuts. That's hilarious.
Meaning everyone makes excuses.
Who said that? Who originated that?
Don Meredith, a Dallas Cowboys quarterback.
Profound literary genius.
Thank you, sir.
Dallas quarterback.
And Monday Night Football announcer.
That's amazing.
Hilarious. He said it in a game between the Colts and the Packers on November 9th, 1970.
Well, look at all the info y'all are learning today.
Yeah.
Scottish proverbs and quotes from ESPN, guys.
So the saying from the early 19th century it's based on is if ifs and ands were pots and pans, there'd be no work for tinker's hands.
I don't like that.
That one sucks.
That's too much to say.
Of the 3 that we just looked up, nah.
Yeah. Okay, well, now we know it was a play on the Scottish proverb, if wishes were fishes. So there you go.
Wonderful job, Pascal, sending us down a rabbit hole. And that was an autofiction about her marriage and widowhood. Oh. But in it, the protagonist moves to France.
What does autofiction mean? Based on your life? Yeah, just fiction.
But it's fictional.
Based on real events. Okay.
Francine Pascal did pass away in 2024 at the age of 92 of living.
Wow.
Yeah. So she lived a long life. All right. So let's talk about these main characters in this series.
Oh, my God.
There's a lot of characters. We're just going to touch on the very basic ones that if you were to read the series from front to back, would show up in every book.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Jessica Wakefield.
Who's trash.
Jessica Wakefield is one half of the identical Wakefield twins. She's outgoing, impulsive, and incredibly popular. But why? No one knows.
She's a mean girl, too. Like, ugh.
She thrives on attention and excitement. She is confident, flirtatious, and often acts before thinking, which leads her into plenty of drama. Oh, but then this is from like the official like fandom page of Sweet Valley. While she can be selfish and manipulative at times, she is fiercely loyal to the people she loves. Not in this book.
What? Not at all.
Because she enjoys dating, socializing, shopping, and being the center of attention, often dragging her more cautious sister into her latest schemes.
So she's basically a narcissist.
Yes. I feel like it's like the setup of like on soap operas where you have the star and then they have an evil twin.
Yeah.
I feel like this is kind of like that.
Yeah.
And the evil twin is like going around like murdering people.
Yeah.
And then the real person's like framed for it. But they're like, oh, it's my evil long lost twin. I feel like Jessica is that.
She is.
She is that. So then Elizabeth, who they often just refer to as Liz in the books, she's the identical twin. She's completely opposite in personality, thoughtful, responsible, compassionate. She's the editor of the school newspaper and values honesty above all else. Well, not so much in this book either.
I know, because she really wasn't honest either.
She prefers books and meaningful friendships over popularity and parties. She's often the voice of reason, trying to clean up Jessica's message while navigating her own challenges. Though sometimes she can be overly idealistic, her kindness and integrity make her one of Sweet Valley High's most respected students. Except when they thought she was at the Roadhouse in this book. I'm reading this and I'm like,
so stupid.
Everyone's like, I can't believe it was her. And she has an identical
twin, y'all.
No one's like, are you sure it wasn't Jessica? Like no one, like Todd is like, oh wow, this is so disappointing and surprising. It's Todd. Hello?
Well, and also, Jessica is such a liar. Like, she's like, oh, I didn't get a chance to correct the police officer. Mm-hmm. Yes, you did.
It's not that hard.
You just say, that's my sister. I am Jessica.
Also, just correct people then in real time. But she kind of said something to the extent of, well, like, I'm not going to make an announcement that it was me, but if someone asks me, I'll tell them.
What is that called? What is that called? In like, exclusion? No.
Yeah, lying by omission.
Omission.
Yeah.
That's it.
Where it's like, well, to someone's face, I'll tell them, but I'm not going to like, yeah. So, all right. So let's talk about Todd, he must just be incredibly wonderful and attractive. He is Sweet Valley High's star basketball player, and he does end up being Elizabeth's longtime boyfriend. He's handsome, dependable, and athletic, and he's known for his steady, down-to-earth personality. While his relationship with Elizabeth experiences its shares of breakups and misunderstandings throughout the series, I wonder who might be behind those. He genuinely cares for her and is often portrayed as loyal and supportive. He balances popularity with humility and is well-liked by both athletes and academics. All-American boy, Todd Wilkins.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, okay, Todd. So, Alice Wakefield is their mother. She's a loving, organized matriarch of the Wakefield family. She works as an interior designer and is known for creating a warm, welcoming home. She's patient and nurturing. She's the emotional anchor of the family.
She works full-time and does it all, everyone.
Right. Yeah, there's like a part where she makes this crazy meal when what's her name comes over.
Yeah.
And it's like the most like involved meal of all
like
time.
She just got home from work.
Like, let me, yeah.
Oh my God.
I was like, okay. She has a particularly close relationship with Elizabeth. Okay. But loves both daughters equally, despite frequently being exasperated by Jessica's antics.
Because she's psycho.
Yeah, I would be exasperated
no
to
kidding.
say the least.
No kidding.
She believes in honesty, family, giving her children the freedom to learn from their mistakes. Okay. Okay, Alice. So, in the Sweet Valley Twins and Junior High series, she drinks a lot. Oh, she does. Like it's a whole thing.
What do you mean?
Like it's like
she's an alcoholic, or
yeah.
Oh,
basically, like there's moments where like the family has to like confront it. But I mean, obviously, this is only book one. But some of the things I was reading in general is that these books were written first, and that it's like no one reread them to write the other ones. So, like Todd Wilkins, for example, is a big part of the Sweet Valley Twins and Junior High books. But then in this book, it makes it sound like he's just getting to know Elizabeth in class. but they like know each other.
Oh, yeah. So they didn't do their research.
They set up Alice in the prequels that she kind of has these alcohol problems and these sort of mental health struggles.
And then it goes away.
But then it kind of goes away. But this was written first. So they added that component later.
So they just...
Yeah. It was like, whatever. Ned Wakefield, the father... He's a successful attorney. He's calm, intelligent, deeply devoted to his family. I don't know. Generally portrayed as a fair and supportive father, he often serves as the family's problem solver and moral compass. Who is writing this? In the original Sweet Valley High series, he is not depicted as having an affair. It says that some people have taken it from there that him and this lady had an affair, but apparently it's never confirmed.
No, they said it. They didn't have it.
That they didn't have it. But like she keeps kind of coming back in, so it's kind of implied. So some people out there are still like, yeah, okay. But it's never confirmed. So maybe he is a loyal family man. All right, so that's Ned. Stephen Wakefield.
Oh, yeah, the brother.
Troublesome older brother. He's about 18
he's dating someone from the wrong side of the tracks. Dun,
yes.
dun, dun.
But luckily, he actually likes her sister, who's also from the wrong side of the tracks, but is better. Trisha's better than the one
that made me cringe so hard.
It was horrible.
It was so bad. They're like, she lives in a trailer, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's like a mess.
Oh, jeez.
So the other one part I was kind of like, okay with in the book is Jessica's, just nosy as hell and manipulative. So she's trying to get Steven to go out with one of her friends. And he says, she's too young. She's in high school.
Yeah, true. And
I was like, oh my gosh. Something that was done correctly.
thing.
I don't think it was a moral thing. I think it was ew, no. I'm too mature for that. Yes, you are,
good.
Sir.
But good.
Go out with that girl from the wrong side of the tracks instead. She's your age. He's often the cool older brother who bridges the gap between teenage life and adulthood. So,
whatever. Okay.
All right, then we got Enid Rollins. She's the last one I've got in here. Obviously, there's a zillion other characters, but she's Liz's best friend. She's one of the most intelligent students at Sweet Valley High. Quiet, bookish, academically driven. She prefers reading, studying, thoughtful conversations. She serves as a loyal confidant to Elizabeth, sharing many of the same values. She's often portrayed as shy and socially awkward, but she does have a sense of humor. She's got a very dry sense of humor. Depending which book you're reading, it kind of comes through. Sometimes she feels overshadowed by Elizabeth, probably because they're the way that they look and all the things. But she actually... I read a couple different message boards that basically say, of all the characters, Enid shows the most growth in the series, growth at all.
And they set it up at the end of this book that some kind of secret's going on with her.
Yeah. So, anyway, a lot of people really like Enid and still do.
Okay.
Kind of the underdog, I guess. All right, so some controversy about...
Well...
this book and all the books. Here we go. So, the ghostwriting, that's not really controversial if you're upfront about it, but... a lot of the people who were on that team have later spoken out that it was just kind of militant in how it went out. They couldn't add any creative flair. But again,
that going in.
Right.
I get it. But if you know you're going to be a ghostwriter from jump and you're just taking somebody's stuff and putting them out what they want, that's what you're getting paid for.
Exactly. So that was one. Some of the writers called it literary ventriloquism, which is actually a good definition of ghostwriting.
Well, right. That's what you're being paid to do.
Yeah. One thing, when I was mostly freelance writing for my career, the thing that I got really good at and that helped me get a lot of work was writing to spec.
Huh?
Not coming in and going, well, I think blah, blah, blah. Occasionally, you might have a great idea or think something's totally off track and you might want to bring it up. But for someone to just give me the brief and say, it needs this many words, we need this or keywords, or it needs to be about this and this much research, and just doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to do that for multiple clients who have different specs. That's how you get good at that.
Yeah.
And sometimes I could get my name on something, and other times they wouldn't put it on there, and I'd be glad.
You get paid anyway.
I'm like, I don't want my name on that.
Yeah.
500-word blog post about concrete cement. What? I'm okay, So it's, that's just kind of what ghostwriting is. But people have spoken out about that, and I'm sure it's whatever. Lack of diversity in the book.
Oh, right. Like I said, Eurocentric, patriarchal beauty standards are ridiculous. But I mean, that was the 80s. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, it was a different time, but it can still be a problem even though it was a different time. It was a problem then because you didn't just all of a sudden have diversity later. We've had diversity since the beginning of time. So, like, there are people of all kinds of backgrounds in the world and in this country. So,
and in California, people just say how it was this like rigid, idealized California blonde, Eurocentric, like you said, white and privileged, not really any minority characters, not many.
None at all.
Not diverse socioeconomic backgrounds.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Everybody's driving sports cars.
Right.
And like,
she pulls up next to the Porsche and she's in a Fiat or whatever.
And then she's like throwing her fit because she can't drive the fancy car.
Yeah.
And then like, and then the only different socioeconomic that they have is considered bad. And then like, oh, well, the one girl, she's good from there. She's the exception to the rule.
And it's almost like
of the poor people.
Despite all that. Somehow,
like how shocking that she's a good person.
She's made it, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So there's definitely that. Anti-feminist tropes, right?
Jesus.
Negative stereotypes about young women, physical beauty, popularity, securing male validation. And
literally.
And framing female relationships as competitive.
Yeah. I mean, all the problematic things, like they spent the first few pages just talking about how beautiful they were, how pretty they are.
Mm-hmm.
Like their hair is perfect. Their skin is perfect. Their blue eyes, their waist is tiny. Like, okay. And so I'm going to show you this picture. So,
I'm so excited.
My sister, if y'all been listening for a long time, have heard about her. So she's 7 years older than me. My sister looked like these girls in the 80s, okay? I did not. My sister has naturally blonde, platinum blonde hair. She's never dyed it. I think she dyed it one time ever in her life. And it was because she went swimming at a friend's house. We had a swimming pool growing up, but we used a different kind of chemical than chlorine. And she went to a friend's house who used chlorine and it turned her hair green. So that, I think, was the only time. She can correct me. Anyway. Let me tell y'all what I looked like. Not that.
Like the cover of this book.
No, I had dark hair, dark eyes. I'm built differently. Like my sister and I are both short. Like everybody in our family is short. But I carry weight very differently than her. So I was like a bigger bodied kid for a very long time. My sister was never, I swear to God, she like never went through one of those phases. And so she had these books. And I'm sure when she read them, and my sister was very popular, she was like one of the, of course, it was the 80s and she was pretty. So there you go.
There you go.
I was not on the other hand. But I remember reading these books because I read all her stuff because I was an advanced reader and that's what you do. And I remember just feeling so terrible about myself. Like so terrible because I'm like, well, high school's going to suck for me because I look terrible. Let me show you a picture of my sister. Okay. In the 80s.
I can't wait.
And let me see. This was 1988. So, let's see. I was 8. So she was like 14, 15. Mm-hmm. So probably a freshman in high school. You gotta laugh. This is one of her dance team pictures. She's going to die that I'm sharing this, but I don't care. I'm a little sister and I'm annoying. So look at this, perm and everything.
Oh my gosh, the starlet. Aww.
That was a competitive dance team she was on. Hold, I'm going to show you all the picture.
Here comes YouTube.
So here it comes.
Oh, that's so adorable.
Yeah. Now, if I had a picture at the ready of what I look like in 1988,
we're just going to show her picture.
I will look for one later. But anyway, that was my sister. So I'm sure. Like, for people out there, like, most people who looked like me reading these books were like, what? Well, great. Like,
right.
What do I have to look forward to?
Absolutely.
This makes you feel bad.
And you bring up a good point, which is that I'm sure there were people in high school reading these, but for the most part, I think the reading group was younger than the age.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So you would be maybe upper elementary, middle school.
Yes.
Thinking about, like, what it's going to be like in high school. What am I going to look like in the middle of your awkward stage, So it's a very formative time to form opinions about yourself. Now, again, to be fair, this is a soap opera series, which, if you even watch modern soap operas on TV, everyone's attractive.
I know.
Everyone's a certain body type. Everyone,
I know.
And that's kind of the allure of those things, right? Because you're sort of...
Well, it's supposed to be fantastical.
You're escaping to sort of this aspirational state or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is a different story for grown-ass people who you can still make you feel bad. But
yeah.
It's this formative stuff that is, a problem.
Keep talking. I'm looking for a picture of what I look like in 1980.
Okay, do it. All right. So lack of diversity, anti-feminist tropes. Okay. So I mentioned this a little, but I have a little more on it. The Sweet Valley Confidential backlash in 2011.
Oh, that was her book.
She wrote the adult sequel, and it caused an uproar among longtime fans. It was very bizarre, and there were some jarring character choices. So, for example, the plot featured the good twin, Elizabeth, suffering a nervous breakdown after discovering that the bad twin, Jessica, had been having a secret passionate affair with Todd. They were married at this point. That was like the main thing.
What?
And fans just said it ruined the nostalgic legacy of the original books.
Yikes.
And again, characters that really shouldn't be there, and mentioning things from other books that weren't quite accurate.
So that was written from when they were grown-ups. They were grown-ups.
They were adults.
And married.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Sleeping with your brother-in-law. But that is a soap opera, I guess.
It is. It is. And maybe she just wanted one more out there. Okay, so what do people on Reddit think about the Sweet Valley series?
Let's hear it.
There's some pretty good ones. Okay.
Do you ever comment when you go read? Okay, I'm just curious. I was just curious.
I might start. Okay.
She's like, that's going to be my new part-time job.
That was a good, just commenting. There's so much already on Reddit. I don't even need to add original posts. I'll just go to posts that are already there. It'll be fine.
Replicate.
What I should be doing is putting a link to our episodes when I go back.
Should you, though?
But then the Redditors will have something to say about that, which is fine, but no. Okay.
Hey, if we get our own Reddit thread, we win.
We win. I love that. Okay, so this Redditor says, fully maturing is realizing that Elizabeth wasn't completely innocent either. Not only because there were times when she enabled Jessica's behavior.
Well, yeah.
So there's that. But also since she went from a hardworking, reserved, studious, caring, kind, and compassionate girl to a nagging, meddling, judgmental, sanctimonious, and condescending hypocrite. She gets upset at Jessica when she cheats on her boyfriends, but Elizabeth has also been doing the same thing, cheating on her own boyfriends throughout the series, especially Todd. So getting some hot water down the road. Not to mention that Elizabeth has done other certain things that were just as cruel as anything Jessica has ever done, but then this person doesn't mention what those are. Yet it's somehow okay when Elizabeth's doing it. Who do you think is worse?
Well, I mean, I don't remember all the books.
Right.
But I feel like they're both kind of trash. Jessica in this book is more trash than Elizabeth.
For sure.
But, I mean, they probably are both equally trash, so it's fine.
I mean, and you can't have, as a writer, even a ghostwriter, you can't have the same character in every book. I mean, they do, but, you have to find new ways to kind of...
You have to evolve them.
You do. All right. Another person says, I deeply disliked Jessica when I read the books as a kid. I wonder if I reread them if I'd have a different opinion. I was much more of an Anne of Green Gables girl anyway.
Oh, I've been listening to this book. Oh, boy. Have you even listened?
I haven't started it.
You're going to have feelings about some of the parts. It's not going to be all nostalgic.
Oh, boy. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's our next read, guys. After Space Camp.
There's a lot of talk about appearance in that book, too.
Oh, boy. Mm-hmm. Good times. All right. Someone else said, I was surrounded by girls like both Elizabeth and Jessica. I was more like an Enid, but romanticized the Wakefield twins, thinking to be fully accepted by people, I needed to be more like them.
See?
I wish I could go back to my younger self, hug the hell out of her, and tell her Enids are the true badasses.
Well, I mean, how about you don't have to be an Enid? You can just be yourself.
Correct.
That's what I wish I could tell my younger self, is just don't keep trying to change for other reasons. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Be weird. Be kooky. Be loud. Just do it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just be yourself.
And if you're not any of those things, if you want to be quiet, be quiet. I think my husband probably would like to tell his younger self the opposite. Be quiet if you want to be quiet. You don't have to try and make yourself extroverted if you're introverted. There's nothing wrong with that. You're fine. So But, that's all in hindsight. We can't tell our younger self shit. So
we're wise now. And then my final Reddit one that I found was someone said, I thought this was just really funny. Spent years side-eyeing every Jessica I encountered in real life for no reason, only to realize it was just Jessica Wakefield running a long-term smear campaign in my brain.
It is popular. It is popular. It is possible to be a popular person who is beautiful and be kind. I knew several.
Oh, sure. I know several now.
But I knew plenty who were not. Mm-hmm. But it is possible. Mm-hmm. Think of celebrities.
Sure.
There are some that seem like genuinely nice people that are beautiful and, rich and all the things. You don't have to be a trash person. But
no, you don't. You don't.
I don't know because I am – this is going to sound really funny. I don't know because I've never been one of those people who's like naturally like just, gorgeous and everybody looks at you and stares at you. It takes some work. Okay.
And then everybody stares at you.
Well, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like some people, like obviously it's made out in this book that they're just naturally gorgeous. And there are people like that.
There are.
And, but I'm sure it's probably if you are already getting attention for being beautiful and people are always telling you stuff about how you look, it's probably very difficult not to be a trash person.
That's true. You get advantages because of it. And also,
you have pretty privilege.
Yeah.
Thin privilege.
And I have no idea because I also am not one of those people.
I feel like, yes, in your pageant days, probably.
Maybe, but that's a lot of work.
Oh, well, that's true.
Just the pageant itself.
It takes a lot of work.
Yeah. I was at that time, I was dyeing my hair blonde.
Going to the tanning bed.
Working out all the time.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just like I woke up and I was like, oh, great. And
the birds were singing.
Yeah, exactly. But I will say, I don't know what there's probably a pressure of that too. Like, I don't know. I'm sure we have some listeners who are naturally gorgeous. You can let us know. Not to be like, oh, poor them. But I'm sure there is a little bit of okay, well, yes, I look like this, but also I'm this, and this.
Yeah,
for some people. Or the pressure of living up to that, especially as you age.
Yeah. As
you have children, as your body changes. Like if that identity kind of gets dampened a little bit, that must be hard too.
It's much easier to just be average looking.
Honestly, no expectations.
And then when you get older, you just don't care. Like I'm telling you, there were decades when I wouldn't leave the house without some kind of makeup on. And now, more often than not, which I know to some people sounds stupid, but there's, a lot of, we've talked about that before, a lot of ideas placed in your head when you're young. But now it's like, I go out and sometimes I'll catch a glimpse of myself like running errands or something. And I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? I look so bad.
Those checkout cameras.
Oh my God. Yes.
And the CVS one does it from like an angle. So I can also see like my part line. Oh my God.
Oh my God. I see all my gray hair.
And like, where's my hair going? Like, it's so wide. Oh, it's absolutely the worst. But I guess I take solace knowing probably everyone looks bad in those.
I'm sure some people don't.
Maybe some people don't.
But it is. But also like, you realize as you get older, people do not care what you look like walking around. Like people are so much more consumed with themselves than you.
What really like turned that light bulb on for me was thinking about how much do I look at other people and notice?
Right.
Not at all. Like if it's very outlandish, you might be like, oh, what's
that? Well, sometimes like if somebody has on a cute outfit or something, I will definitely notice.
Sure.
And I always notice people's hair because I have really thin hair. This is two things I do notice. When somebody has really nice hair, just because I have thin hair. So when people have like thick, beautiful hair and like naturally curly, beautiful, whatever my hair isn't and theirs is naturally like that, I will notice that. And then when people have nice teeth. Because I have spent so much money to fix my crooked ass jank teeth. You don't even know. So when people naturally have nice teeth, like my husband just naturally has nice, straight, beautiful teeth. Bullshit. And our poor kids got my genes and we've had to spend so much money on orthodontics. It's insane. But I do notice that. Yeah. But that has nothing to do with, I don't know.
it's not a judgment. It's
but I do notice. I'm like, man, their hair is awesome.
Yeah.
But that used to happen to me a lot when I had pink hair because people are like, oh my God, I love your hair. It's fun.
That's true.
Yeah. Nobody says that to me now because I have boring hair now. But
so it's not that so what you're saying there is that you do care about some things because they, in a way, they're interesting to you or they bring you joy to see someone's hair done a certain way or teeth. But I guess what we mean by no one cares is the opposite. You can look terrible and it's not dampering anyone else's day.
I've never the only time I will notice what somebody's wearing is if they have a butt cheek hanging out at the checkout line or something like that. I'm like, oh, okay, I see that person's butt cheek, and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do about that.
Do I look? Do I not? What's the appropriate?
You know what I mean? But if somebody, I don't care what you're wearing. I honestly it doesn't matter. And I also sometimes listen, we're at the point where we go to drugstores and no shoes.
We've come to that point, and it was so early that I don't think anyone actually even saw me, but even if they did, no one noticed.
I would have loved for you to run into I don't know. I'm trying to think of somebody.
That happened to me.
And you're in your pajamas and no shoes.
I'm pretty sure she listens, but Karen, our friend Karen, she, one day, and I know, I was like, oh, I'm sure you looked fine. No, I looked horrendous.
No, we know.
I had not slept the night before. I'm not really drinking now, but I had too much to drink the night before. It was just a random Tuesday. So I had too much to drink and I didn't sleep. And I'm still in pajama pants, flip-flops that were too small because they were one of my kids. And it hurt that I spilled coffee on me in the car. And I'm going to my bank and I have to go inside.
Oh my God.
And it's by Publix. So I'm like, that's fine. I'll just park close to the bank. The bank people might kind of be a little concerned about me, but it's fine. And
you're smelling yesterday's wine.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm walking back out to my car and I hear my name.
Oh no. And Karen always looks cute.
It's Karen.
Yeah.
Bright-eyed.
And always looking good.
Matching outfit.
Yeah.
Jewelry on, glasses, makeup, hair down. And she was just so excited to see me.
Of course.
She was like, oh my God. And I was like, oh my God, Karen. I was hoping, I'm happy to see you, but I was really hoping not to see anyone. She's like, why? And I was like, I just look at me, I'm a mess. And she was like, oh, do you want to see my new car? So then I looked at her new car. And then later I messaged her that I was happy to see her or something. And she was like, she's so nice. She's like, I remember having little kids. It's okay. And I'm thinking my kids aren't that little.
Well,
but
you still have a lot of children in the house. So
yeah. So it was and she didn't care at all. But it was just I'm almost in my car and I hear someone call my name and I'm like, damn it.
One time my mom, this is so funny. I will never forget this story. I think I told this story before, but I'm just going to say it again. She was off work one day because she was a nurse or she was going in later or something. And she had to take me to school and because I had to be there early or something. So she just went and she would sleep in those night shirts. They look like t-shirts, but they're long.
Yeah.
So that's what she would sleep in. And her granny panties, okay? Yeah. So she's like, I'll just jump in the car and take you to school and come back. We've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
She locked herself out of the house.
Oh, no.
Plus, my mom had bangs her whole life. So what she would do, she would wear a Velcro roller in her bangs until she was ready to get ready for the day and then take it out because then they'd be whatever. So she has her Velcro roller and her night shirt on and slippers probably. So what she had to do was climb our fence because she knew our back door was unlocked. But our fence, the only way you could climb it, I'm just envisioning this. I wasn't there, but to hear her tell it was so funny. We had a wrought iron fence in the front. I don't know. It's kind of a weird design, but the house was built in the 70s, guys. In the side of the house where you could open it and come into this little courtyard thing. I mean, it was janky, but that was the only way you could do it because the other fence was shared with the neighbors. Ah. So, and you couldn't climb. So she was like, I'm going to have to climb this wrought iron fence with the whole neighborhood can see me. So we had a Cocker Spaniel who was crazy and was wigging out as my mom is trying to climb.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Because it was locked. It had a padlock on it. And so she got in, but she told us later the story and I was just crying. Dying
that is so
laughing.
Funny.
Dying laughing.
That is so funny. Well, I don't know if I'll tell this one too, and maybe I already have. The time my husband and I went out to our hot tub on a Sunday morning. It was like 7 a.m. I'm not kidding.
What in the hell are y'all doing at 7 a.m. in the hot tub?
That's the thing.
Y'all
don't
have weird.
normally do that.
So weird.
It was winter. It was like January, and we got up. I think we had like
why are y'all awake
the night before or something, and nobody else was up. So we're like, let's go to the hot tub.
Y'all trying to get hot tub time at 7 a.m. That's hilarious.
So we go out there, just in towels, get in.
Y'all are naked?
Get in the hot tub naked.
This is even funnier.
Nothing is happening, but we're sitting there naked in the hot tub.
I did not get in my hot tub naked.
I hear the gate open. So my first thought is like,
Wait.
who is this? And I'm like, did you hear that? And Brent's like, maybe it's just the wind, because sometimes he's like, I'll make sure it's shut when we get out. Around the corner comes the pool guy.
On Sunday morning?
On Sunday at 7 a.m.
And y'all are nude in the hot tub. This is amazing.
Like, up to our shoulders, and the bubbles are going. So he sees us, and he just kind of like waves and starts putting in the pool. I was like, well, we can't get out. Like, our towels are like, this is like maybe a year ago. Or last winter.
This is like a sitcom episode.
Are like not near us. And the other problem is our dogs are outside. So they're like,
and you're like, we'll get him in a minute.
And he's like, they're cool. And he's just got his little headphones on. He's going, my one dog's like trying to like grab the net from him to like, because he thinks it's a stick. And we're like, we cannot move. So we literally just sat there until he was done cleaning the pool.
Wait, he doesn't clean your hot. Oh, your hot tub's not attached to your pool. It's separate.
Yeah,
okay.
And we've actually asked before, and they don't clean. So we have to do that on our own. But
because it's not. Yeah.
And then eventually he left, and we were like, okay.
That is so awkward.
Isn't that hilarious?
Well, we could never go in our stuff naked because we have a walking path behind our house.
Oh,
and we have bushes and stuff up, but you
still,
can still. But I wouldn't do that anyway because I don't need that. That is hilarious.
It was really funny.
I cannot believe y'all at 7 a.m. on a Sunday.
I can't believe the pool guy came.
Well, that's also weird too, but dedication.
Oh, I think what had happened was it had stormed that week.
Oh, yeah, so they come
extra.
extra.
They tried to come, so they were probably trying to make up that day, and so they just started early. But either he didn't notice and really didn't care, or he noticed and he was like, let me just get this done as fast as I possibly can.
The funny thing is, he was probably like, why are these fucking people staring at me? Can they please go inside and collect your dogs? That would make me aggravated.
No.
That is so funny. That's worse than climbing a fence in your underwear.
No, I think that's worse because a stranger could see your butt.
Hello, a stranger could have seen both y'all's butts.
Well, we didn't move. We just stayed under all the bubbles.
I'm telling you, he knew y'all were naked.
I'm sure he did.
He knew it.
And then
thank God y'all weren't doing it.
And I said, do you think I said, should we tell him like we need to get out and so like go around the corner? And Brent's like, I don't know. So we just like sat there until he was done.
That's so funny.
The jets went off and Brent's like, it's the button. So fired up again. Awful. Anyway, listeners, you're getting an earful today.
That is hilarious.
Right. So
dead on the floor.
Kind of already talked about our thoughts on the book, but do you have any others you want to add in? I have a few. Obviously, the fat shaming, body dysmorphia stuff, which we talked about. They have a sorority in high school.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
I thought that was weird.
I mean, was that a thing? I don't think it was. I mean, I know there's clubs and stuff, but like sororities in high school, that's not.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
That's weird.
Oh, yeah, I already said that the thing about Todd, that like he's already like a crush and someone they're crushing on in the earlier book.
Oh.
But they don't see that here. Oh, that we saw this on Dawson's too. Remember the pizza classroom prank where you order a pizza?
Oh, yeah. Well, that was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's like a very popular thing. I just wrote it down because that was funny. I love that first of all, there's an anonymous gossip column in the school
paper. Yeah.
And that is called The Eyes and Ears. I love that.
And the funny thing is, like, nobody knows who writes it. Come on.
Right.
Everybody would figure it out.
Everybody knows. Okay, there was a part, and I don't know, it was a little bit subtle. I had to reread it, but where Jessica goes to walk home because she wants to feel better about herself because she knows people are going to hit on her and catcall her. This was before she runs into Rick Andover, who gives her a ride home.
I don't remember that.
There's like a line where she's like, she decided to walk home because she knew she'd be getting attention by
gross.
And I was like, that's gross. First of all, don't do that when women are walking. And also don't like make that sound like that's
like people want that.
Women should.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And of course Rick Andover was creepy and predatory, but like you said, he was framed as a bad guy.
I mean, we can't speak for all women, but most women don't if they're just going about their life, they don't want to be catcalled.
No, but they made it sound like, she just wanted it. She needed an attention boost.
Gross.
Yeah, gross. So then Betsy Martin is the one they think that Steve's dating.
Oh, right.
But then it ends up being Alice Martin or something. Okay, what is this whole debacle with the football field? That plot point. I was like, what
Somebody,
is this?
they wanted to buy it, and then it's
but why? Why is this in the book?
I don't know.
And then all the, football players, stand up against it, and so do the cheerleaders. But then Elizabeth's there too, writing about it for the paper.
It was a weird plot addition that didn't seem to really go anywhere
for a while.
Well, because it didn't pull in the lady that they thought the dad was having an affair with. They had to have some way to tie her in to show her working late and all that.
Okay.
But I know it was very
it was a lot.
It was very odd.
Okay, so Winston's the kind of dorky friend who ends up going to the dance with Elizabeth. Did you notice the line he said about the girls that people set him up with? He said they're usually around 250 pounds.
Yes,
and they're bending down getting a cheeseburger or something.
Yes,
I was like, sir,
gross.
You're not exactly that is by beauty standards and popularity standards, top of the food chain.
But also, I don't like that whole. Can we not comment on people's bodies and that there is a good body and a bad body? I cannot stand that.
I know.
Oh, I hate it. And I mean, the 80s and the 80s, 90s and everything, it's still today, because we have made a huge pendulum swing backwards with body confidence and body acceptance. I mean, huge. It makes me so upset. But it's like that whole trope that's in so many 80s and 90s movies, oh, well, if you're in a bigger body, you're automatically not attractive, and then once you're not in it, now you're acceptable.
Correct. Yeah.
Gross.
I
hate it.
It's not just the girls who are traditionally beautiful that you're going, oh gosh, I don't feel like that. Now there's literally a young man saying that, not about anyone specific.
Yeah.
Just generally.
And also making it seem like people in bigger bodies just always eat a lot of food and eat crappy food. That's not true. You can be in a bigger body and not be shoveling cheeseburgers in your mouth.
Right.
I hate that. I hate that trope.
Yeah, I know. It made me so mad.
It makes me so frustrated.
And then I just wrote down the car chase where Rick steals the car, but then Todd gets in his Datsun.
I know.
And is chasing it down. That was a lot. But again, that's very soap opera-y.
I know.
Very dramatic. And then one man is trying to steal them away and another man comes to the rescue.
Always the men saving everybody.
Always. So this was, that's all I have. This was, I will not be rereading anymore.
Not
vibe. It was a whole vibe. And I think, I don't know if you noticed, but when we first announced the books we were doing, we did have some comments about this. Someone said, oh no, not Sweet Valley High. And even in person, people were like, oh man, I don't know about those books.
But that's good because that's why we reread stuff. Because I didn't remember. I mean, I knew it would be something, but I didn't remember it being that much. So, but
Page 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was as soon as I started reading, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be painful.
Yes.
And it was.
And
I was
it was a quick read.
Make it through.
For the sake of the podcast.
I know.
For the research.
And I will say, I'm halfway through Anne of Green Gables, and it is not as painful as this. Still not my kind of book, but it's not as painful as this one.
Right. We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll chat about that one.
Look, we get Space Camp next week, which will be a fun little...
Well, I don't know. It could be problematic. I haven't watched it since the 80s.
That's true.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. So catch up on all of our Xennial Girl Summer rewatches and rereads. We did it last summer too. So if you're a new fan, head on back to 2025 Xennial Girl Summer and find some there, or any of our 220 plus episodes.
Look at that.
On all things 80s and 90s, and a lot of them on Dawson's Creek, which we're about to record our last
one.
Ooh, an end of an era.
End of an era.
But thank you guys so much for listening. Please leave us a positive review wherever you're listening. Share us with your friends. like us on YouTube, because now we got to get to 150, even though that thing that I said earlier in the episode is probably not true anymore.
It took us so long to get to 100. I don't know.
But I feel like it's like that snowball effect.
Okay.
Like once you get rolling, it picks up steam.
Katie's the eternal optimist.
I am.
I am the realist. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, if we get there, great.
Yeah. Hey,
love that for us.
Nothing wrong with that.
Love that.
Thanks again, guys, for listening, and we'll see you next time here on Generation 15. Bye.
Bye.